好，对。啊，一个明显的有反应了。对，连续打，选手有了，继续。
Artur Kyshenko shattered future UFC champions, legends, and upheld his fearsome brand as a reliable knockout machine until the very end of his career. In this edition of K1
Oh my God.
you're in for the cracking combos from a thunderous striker. And as a teenager quickly revealed his athletic gift in a kickboxing gym. By the age of 20, he had won the Amateur Muay Thai World Championship twice. And in 2007, with devastating low kicks, made his mark as a pro at the K1 European Grand Prix, finishing all three of his opponents. In the qualifying round for the marquee tournament in Japan, the newcomer was enthusiastically bombing the midsection. Kicks seamlessly.
蓮見さん、はい、青コーナーサイドなんです。アルトゥール・キシェンコは韓国の代表的な選手に上り詰めました。右のフック。そして右から左の。
In the third, he was brazenly shredding the defense.
いやー、ものすごい今顔を入れた。そうだ。スタンディングのままダウンだ。
Capping off combinations with a left hook.
それでもいつファンが立っている。立ったまま倒。
Naming the Kyshenko became the youngest participant in the K1 Max Grand Prix, which gathered the world's 8 best strikers under the 155-pound limit. In the quarterfinal, he drew Mike Zambitis. One-punch eliminations that for a long time he was mistakenly credited with dropping a couple of adversaries 6 feet under. Right before you walk out, there's a screen on the side of the arena. Every single fight, guys just go down. And that's when it hits you, right there. True to form, radiating the menacing calm of an anti-tank mine. The springy Mike was responding to long-range high kicks. But Kyshenko proved no sitting duck either. In the second, the Greek started and sizing it up top. Artur had to trade in his single kicks, now wading into frantic exchanges. Closing the distance with short bursts. Yet once again, let up at the end, which allowed the judges to order an extra round. With 3 minutes to decide it, Kyshenko made full use of his reach advantage. However, it was too early to celebrate.
準決勝進出を決めたキシェンコ、スタミナが心配される。
In half an hour. The idol of Japanese schoolgirls known as the Silver Wolf just moments earlier had handed Poatan his first real loss. Masato's crushing low kicks echoed all the way to the nosebleeds. And in pure boxing, he simply had no equal. Their freshest, they immediately plunged into a kicking war. Masato chopped down low at the end of Meanwhile, Kyshenko was touching up the liver.
一方のキシェンコの準々決勝でのダメージ、このあたりいかがですか？このキシェンコなんですが延長で戦っています。
Prompting the foe to lower his hands.
キシェンコはまだそこを見せてませんからね。まだこの選手に。
キシェンコが前に出てくる。
The wounded wolf urgently sank his fangs into the enemy's leg.
そこをアイシングしていました。インローからローキック。そうですか。
And didn't loosen his grip until the break.
まさと決勝進出の条件。チャレンジャーとして挑んだ2007年。
I went back to my corner and said, Cole, I can't stand it. His kicks are harder than stone. The corner said, no. What are you talking about? You're winning. So I couldn't just jump out of the ring and run away, you know? In the second, Masato smelled blood. Once again proving that a wolf lives by his legs, he limped away into the final, hard-earned experience of competing at kickboxing's highest level. He opened the next season with a barn burner against the intrusive Shingo Garyu. Then decked Garyu twice at the 3-minute mark. And joined the 2008 Grand Prix. In the qualifying round, Jordan Tai posed no threat whatsoever.
10センチの長身同士の対決ではありますが、キシェンコ
Right up until the 6th minute.
捉えました。
Punishing the aggressor for a reckless knee strike. Artur returned the favor with a Mawashi Giri. Which fueled frenzy.
わずかにポイントを捉えれば右の左のハイキック、もう一度30秒一発で決まる。逆にいっている。右のハイキック。
So Kyshenko tapped into his reserves.
これが効いたか。これが右のフックでキシェンコにダウンをさせました。左の膝。
Grinding his fists.
キシェンコいった。倒せるか。左から右のハイキック。ホイホイの上段体。
In the quarterfinal, tricky Yasuhiro Kido planned to mow him down with trademark back fists. To disrupt the Japanese whirler, Kyshenko showered him with multi-level combos. Under the hail of strikes,
右のローキック、相手がボディを狙ってきたところでそれに返す技、これを練習してきたのを見せた昨日、ハイキック。
the Samurai's durability lasted just long enough for a decision loss. The Grand Prix took place in November. Kyshenko ran into Andy Sauer, the same guy who had won the previous tournament, beating Masato in the final. technician had given Zambitas his first knockout loss. And with his fluid style was renowned as the most versatile striker in the world.
1分となります。
ここ勝負ですね。
左のローキック、右のローキック。
好調です。
Here we go in the open.
With no margin for error, both combatants spent the opening minutes calibrating their range.
In the first round, both men seeing what the other.
Right now, it's it's still the synchro and K1 Max about 4 years ago now.
Nice combination, but Sour again.
In the second phase, they significantly ramped up the assault.
I mean, obviously, it's going to wear you down. And the longer
Upstairs, Andy goes to the liver himself.
and the both
Defense.
In the third, Kyshenko proved more efficient with his gunpowder, especially the left hook.
Question is though, will Kyshenko tire? In the front kick is Andy. Andy will kick to the back leg, does Kyshenko. Sour left himself exposed.
we know, a knockdown.
Step up knee from Sour, and again, ties.
But began to lose ground down the stretch.
Hand up the center. Now he's got Kyshenko in the corner, and the Ukrainian jukes it out. Sour turning it. Sour threads the right hand. Big right hand again from Sour. Short popping left hook.
A fourth engagement loomed. All hell broke loose in the opening seconds.
For one of these two men to clinch a place in the final with Masato. Jumping knee from Kyshenko. And once again, it's Kyshenko who's opened up strongly.
Right.
But it was
Fort Knox, says Andy Sour.
They're still scoring more.
And he throws the combination. Go. Digs away to the body again, and a high knee from Kyshenko.
I still think he's landing.
No, it's Kyshenko. Two judges for Kyshenko. He has done it.
that same night the familiar Silver Wolf awaited him at the foot of the K1 summit. Kyshenko started hacking away at the shin, making it clear
Fight. He threw out there, but he didn't bring
that this time they were both in for a world of hurt.
Who knocked out Kyshenko. You can see the speed of Masato. He takes a leg kick.
Masato also scorched the earth beneath his rival. Hit the raw nerve of the battle.
And as he eats another left hook from Kyshenko. Look at the combination work. High knee from Kyshenko. Right hand lead from Masato. Right from Masato.
In a high noon shootout, casualties were inevitable.
Ball Sugar Ray. Masato was tagged in again. Masato goes down.
Red Dead Artur had a quicker hand in a duel of hooks. The Shogun of K1 rose up before his home crowd and kicked off a barroom brawl.
Masato.
The parade of highlights showed no signs of slowing.
Here in Tokyo. But what happened? I heard organs playing. Right, left again from Kyshenko.
Now it was Kyshenko fending off bots.
He covers up. Oh, the uppercut. Oh, Kyshenko.
The desperate meat grinder kept churning until the bell.
Giving it their all. Big right hand from Masato.
In the third, they sailed.
And Kyshenko enters double radium cracker. Oh, left hook right hand from Masato.
Amid the unfolding chaos,
This is unbelievable.
Artur would sink his left hook.
Drops the lead hand to the break. Then goes the...
Masato was weaving uppercuts into his flurries.
Has he got anything left in the tank? Even from the demigod. Uppercut from Masato.
And hammering the jab.
I've got Masato ahead.
They finished the round dead even.
Kyshenko's got to keep his jab back.
That's all. It's over.
The judges couldn't deny themselves the pleasure of 3 more minutes of Tokyo action.
28 and draw.
In the epilogue, the massacre spiraled completely out of control, strained to seize the momentum. But Kyshenko held the line.
Kyshenko. The Ukrainian on the back foot. Oh, uppercut.
The last act, with its constantly shifting initiative,
Kyshenko. And Masato powers through the right hand.
about status as a K1 classic.
Face. And again Masato jab. Good evasion. It's all over.
When they said extra round, I was basically done. In the finale, there could be 2 extra rounds. After the first, you're so spent at that point, running on empty, physically you gave 110% of yourself. In a head-on collision between 2 kickboxing top dogs, one that crackled through the screens, Masato seized the championship crown. 21 years old stumbled 1 step short of the most prestigious title.
The greatest fighter on the planet.
The Japanese audience appreciated Kyshenko's blood and guts style and blonde looks, giving him the contrasting nickname lived up to their expectations.
And he's coming out pretty aggressive.
And so too is
Muay Thai world champion Alviar Lima
right hand left.
rubbed Artur the wrong way from the get-go.
Where's a right hand from Lima? Gives a right hand back. Kyshenko doing damage with the right hand.
You know, normally Kyshenko is not this aggressive in the first round. You can tell this is personal to him, and he's also pretty calm.
The bewildered Lima, who had never been KO'd before, kept catching shots on the kisser.
Kyshenko turns him onto the ropes, throws an overhand right, doubles up onto headache maker. 3 in a row in a box.
And was put out of commission within a round.
Big left hand, more hooks to the tackle box.
From Iran, dared to swing an axe kick.
Axe kick.
And one thing,
Kyshenko cooled his jets.
On the lead leg. Nice right hand counter from Salam. Ooh, beautiful.
And clipped him with a counter hook.
Up on it. Here come the power shots.
Superman punch
because by now he's
with follow-up strikes included.
Rips in double hook, make it 3 in a row, right hand. Oh, it is over now.
Vladimir Moravchik with a record of 20 and even backed him into the corner.
Mai încearcă Artur Kyshenko să lovească pe adversarul său. Iată ce lovitură înaltă de picior reușește acolo.
A lid-launching high kick packed the Slovak. Against the Hoss Abdulil Yuf, Kyshenko tested out his sweeps.
Вот такие дразнилки.
And the cross-check against low kicks.
Позитивным. Ох, как коленом. Хай-кик справа, точно в челюсть. И ищет пятый угол.
In 2011, the company that owned K1 went bankrupt, forcing athletes to drift between various promotions. Nicky Holtzkin in Moscow. At that point, the Dutchman hadn't yet reached his peak, but had already earned a reputation as a liver connoisseur. The check hook was money for both men. However, due to small purses, the fight resembled a sparring session. With rare bursts in the eye with the thumb of the glove. Sucking the life out of you. The Showtime promotion timely flashed its wallet for a one-night 8-man Grand Prix. In the first round, the draw landed on Gago Drago, an Armenian maestro of cemetery kicks. Trick with you. Slipping the signature scythe,
Finally got a punch in.
Kyshenko didn't let him freely roam in the open field.
Quite the KO artist when he was young. He's actually won a fight by knockout.
Doubling up the left, up and down.
And right in the middle of his punching as well. Like really
Nice off to his right. Gets that liver shot again. Pulls the head down hard.
In the third, Drago ran out of health points.
Kyshenko opening up with him again like a house of fire. Kyshenko moves through to the...
The semis against Andy Sauer promised to deliver yet another martial arts gem. However, the Dutch fashionista entered the tournament in subpar shape.
That left knee of Kyshenko. And again from Sauer.
The veteran of 150 bouts was surviving to hear the saving bell.
Let him off the ropes. Look at this! Kyshenko letting fly! Kyshenko puts him straight back on there. Sauer stumbles again.
In terms of fight IQ, Andy Sauer is in a league of his own. I guess he had some injuries going on. When I beat Andy, I thought, that's it, I'm champ now. And then I lost by knockout.
For the fights. Those swords, that's a good soldier, didn't I?
Robin van Roosmalen single-handedly authored the upset of the year.
Here we go. Bang. Shot on the chin. Gone.
Notably, back in the 90s, Van Roosmalen's father had knocked out Vitaly Klitschko, who at the time... Kyshenko didn't grieve for long. A couple months later, he restored his reputation as a bona fide puncher.
Милое дело. Отличное попадание. Кореец продолжает отбиваться.
Сейчас левый боковой еще один, и я думаю, что это уже тяжело.
Один из самых тяжелых нокаутов, когда человек падает лицом вперед.
It took Soo-Hwan Lee several minutes to regain consciousness.
Kyshenko бьет так, что...
Fortunately, he was alright. Artur's portfolio Clive Fairtex. The three-time Lumpini champion fell short even in his native element of sweeps.
Oh my God, what the speed! Look at that!
Nice, beautiful! Listen, Johnson Clyde's hurt by this. Johnson Clyde's going to get knocked out here.
Knocked safe by the bell!
Artur regularly sat guys down with liver shots as well.
Da kommt der Kick zum...
In 2014, 28-year-old Kyshenko finally moved up from the 70 to the 80-kilogram division. The extra firepower fueled an unprecedented demolition spree, laying the groundwork with body shots.
Кyshenko поднимает.
Nuclear left.
Снова хорошее попадание. По туловищу, молодец. Артур и тут же на голову переводит Кyshenko. Довести этот бой до конца. Хорошо опять по туловищу Kyshenko, и это нокдаун.
In 2015, China burst. Kyshenko quickly established himself in the premier promotion, Kunlun Fight. The Muay Thai playbook, forearm post. That same year, the company revived the 8-man Grand Prix format. Brazilian Jonathan Oliveira came in with zero reverence. Kyshenko tested his core conditioning and began doubling up on the left as usual. This into his attacks.
真的可圈可点，非常突然，太有力量。右腿的高扫踢，上一场比赛啊，白敬斌确实也是吃到了苦头。好，有一个
transferring his weight to deliver full power. In December, the final stage took place. In the semifinal, Artur dismantled Ivan Dannenberg's defense and toppled the lanky Dutchman. After falling short in his previous major finals, this time he didn't mess around. Repeatedly, Kyshenko cashed in his title opportunity in 22 seconds.
By the right corner, won by knockout.
The Chinese management presented the belt in proper fashion. The champion, the springy Mirthel Grunhardt, avenging a loss 4 years prior. Once again, high-low combinations sealed the outcome. That same year, he threw down with the 29-year-old Alex Pereira, the future two-weight monarch of the UFC in glory.
No, his nose is already
Kyshenko introduced his overseas counterpart to a and in a standoff between two stone-cold killers, he gleefully rampaged with his meaty hooks. The referee saved the Brazilian goon from a canvas nap. Pereira fell victim to his own trump card. But in the next encounter, took it out on Adesanya. Staged for a long rivalry that would carry over into MMA. Kyshenko, meanwhile, continued scorching local rings with napalm.
因为你看每次在全马压制的时候，这个扎卡利亚丝毫没有这个，而且对于这个施展一些其他高难度的动作。
And a winner by the red corner, won by knockout.
The Angel of Death on rocket fuel transfer.
Snabb enkel vänsterkrok. Bam. Där. Otroligt bra träff.
Always in. Artur racked up 24 victories straight in the 176-pound division.
Another one.
Hey, this is it.
First knockdown.
There was plenty of ammo to go around. In 2019, 32-year-old Kyshenko fought his last kickboxing bout.
Oh my God, precision.
And opened up the doors to his own gym in Barcelona, where he lives and coaches to this day. He received offers from the UFC. One can only imagine the nightmares punches would have been in MMA gloves. Now retired, Kyshenko visits old warriors around the globe. The only thing he and Masato might fight over now is the dinner check.
Left hook is very hard.
Just slow kicks, you know, and every seminar they say Masato low kick.
A young Artur Kyshenko battled the aristocracy of K1 when the level of competition in the light...
Nice combination, but sour.
And never lost his striking flair right up to the twilight of his career. Although never a household name, Artur exited the sport in good health and on a double-digit winning streak. The true vagabond of the world rings.
Artur's stature too.
Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and vote for sports.